Hey guys, it's Allie, and today we're going to be trying out the Hank and Henry Midori sponges. So I did receive this in a BoxyCharm. They are super cute looking. I hope that they work well. We shall see. But these sponges, you get the large and the small. Now I do believe, where are my rings? I don't know where my rings are. Oh no. These, let me see how much they go for. So again, I did receive this in a BoxyCharm, but looking at the website, you can get this. The large sponge goes for $14 and the small sponge goes for $9. Now you can get it in a bundle, and the bundle I guess is normally $23, but it's on sale for $20 from what I see, but it is currently sold out, the bundle, but you can still get them as of this point in time individually. I did do my eyes. I have my eyes done and everything, but I did want to try these out. So these are what they look like starting off. They are dry. I have not used them yet. This is a first impressions review. So let's try this out. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation today. It is one of my absolute favorites. I have not used that with a sponge yet, so I really want to see how that applies with these sponges. I don't know where my rings are. I was doing the dishes. Oh no, when I was washing my face. Okay, crisis averted. We're all good. But anyways, I'm going to wet these. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, so I just wet the sponges and they grew a decent amount in size. They feel really, really nice. I feel like I need to squeeze them out a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like they grew pretty nicely in size. They feel pretty good. I do feel like they do have still a lot of moisture in there. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but just make sure you squeeze that all out. I feel like they're pretty soft and bouncy just from the feel of it, but still firm enough so far. I mean, I definitely have used sponges that are much more firm, so we'll see. I'm just hoping this doesn't absorb too much product, just because it is like, I've been squeezing it for a while and I feel like there's still a good amount of liquid in there. Let's see. Let's prep my face. Oh my God, I didn't even prep my face. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer and just put that all over. Just pushing that into the skin. All right, cool. So let's get the foundation and get applying. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this all over my face. It's what I normally do with this foundation because of the applicator. This is my personal foundation. So I know this doesn't seem like the most sanitary, but my face is clean. I'm clean. It's all good. Otherwise, I would be putting it out on a palette and doing that. But yeah, I don't know. This still feels pretty damp to me. Like, pretty wet, I should say. More than damp, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I can still squeeze. Still, yep. See? All right. Please don't do me dirty, Hank and Henry. Please do not. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to use, obviously, the big side just to press that in. And that's really, oh, that's really big. I mean, like, you get, that surface area is covered. That looked nice though. I feel like that worked well. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. Definitely applied nicely. Now I want to see, maybe, that was silly. I probably should have used it for the forehead and used the other side for the rest. But you know what? I'm going to do like around the eyebrows. Let's see. I'm going to use this side now to see if that helps at all. It's very soft. Very, very soft. And I am going to be doing another layer. I actually do like how that feels on the skin. The sponge. I've used the foundation before, but I don't know which side I like better. I like this side because I feel like you have a lot more surface area, so it's quick, but I do like the precision you get with this side. All right, let's see. Let's put another layer on and get things going. Hello, dark spots. Hello, imperfections. Good to see you again. All right, I'm going to try now with this side for like my cheek area. I'm just pushing that in, letting it bounce. It is very bouncy, which I like because I've used some that are almost like too firm, and it's like you're beating yourself up a little bit. But this one's actually pretty good. Let's flip that over, bring it down. So far, so good. I personally have not used a sponge with this shape before, but I actually do like it. I don't know, do you guys prefer more of like a rounded bottom, or do you like a flat bottom? When it comes to sponges, of course. Now I do feel like it did absorb a good amount of product. I almost feel like I could go in with another layer of foundation, and normally with this one, 2 layers does it for me. However, these dark spots are not helping. You know, like if I didn't have these dark spots, I feel like I would be fine at this point. But normally with the brush, I feel like 2 layers does it for me. So I definitely feel like it did absorb a good amount of product, but the application was nice. And I do like, since it is so soft, I can like kind of push into like right here where it can be a little bit tricky to get for some people like myself. But I also don't want to like wipe the foundation off. So just dabbing it is fine. I don't know. I think I prefer this over something so firm that I'm like, you know, punching myself almost. But this is nice. Let's let that settle for a bit. And now let's go in with the mini one and use concealer. Now the concealer that I'm using today is one that I always use. It is a pretty full coverage concealer. It is by Jeffree Star. It's the Magic Star concealer. I do wear it in the shade C13. And for the Wet n Wild, I do wear it in the color Soft Beige, just for reference if that helps any of you. So I'm just going to put that, I just put like a dot under the eye normally. And I'm just going to focus on the under eye area for now. Normally I do go down the center of my nose, but I do want to try out the small one. Now I do like it. This also still feels like pretty wet. Like I don't know if you guys can see my hands. Like I squeezed it again and my hand's pretty wet. But okay, so it has like the same kind of shape, but this one seems a little bit longer, which I do like because I feel like you'll be able to really get in there a little bit better. So let's see how that works. Yeah, I definitely feel like the moisture and the sponge, I feel like that absorbs a lot of product. Yeah, normally when I go in with this concealer, it's like very, very, very brightening when I use a brush, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the product getting absorbed or just because it's like damp. I feel like I need to use more concealer than I normally do. Normally that tiny little dot really does a trick for the under eye, but I'm gonna go in with a little bit more, just like under here, where before I did like right in the inner corner. I'm gonna just go right underneath just to kind of spread it out. Now again, with the sponge, I am trying to just like dab it, whereas with the brush, I do find myself like swiping a little bit more, which is actually not ideal. You really want to just be pushing into it and like dabbing it, especially in the under eye area. I'm very guilty of doing that. I'm very guilty of just tugging at the skin under my eye, which is not good, but it's okay. Yeah, I feel like this concealer definitely looks a little bit toned down, which is fine if you're okay with that. I actually don't mind that because I do love this concealer a lot, but there are some days where if I have like a tinted moisturizer or a foundation that's not full coverage, or when I just want a look that's not as full coverage, sometimes when I go in with this concealer, it just looks off. Like if it's very, I guess, natural looking, right, for my skin, and then just like really bright under eye, then it just doesn't look right. So I actually don't mind that this is doing that to this concealer. However, I do obviously find myself using more of the product. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I guess it's a nice way. It's a different application technique, and you can almost like dilute the formula a little bit of the concealer, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like in that case, then I might as well just go in with like a concealer that has less coverage than watering down my full coverage concealer. You know, unless you just really love the formula, but you don't want it to be as full coverage, I guess. So it's an option. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, normally I feel like my under eye is like much more full coverage and bright than when I use it with a brush than with this. But it did feel nice on the skin, and it really wasn't difficult to work with. I know I felt like I took my time really getting in there, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. So I'm gonna go and do the rest of my makeup, and I will give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I did the rest of my makeup, and I just wanted to hop on here and give my final thoughts. Now, I am very happy with how my makeup came out. I really did enjoy using these sponges for the application. I actually am just looking right now. My little ones literally just got a hold of these sponges from, I don't know, the few minutes that I just took to finish up the rest of my makeup. And I am seeing little like rips in here. So that kind of worries me. That's a little bit concerning for me. Just how durable will these sponges be? That's the one thing, especially with like the softer sponges, I feel like they don't necessarily last as long. But I know you obviously aren't supposed to be like manhandling them. So yeah, that just happened just now. Like, thank you babies for doing that. But okay, regardless of that, did I like these sponges? Yes, I really, really did like them. Did I love them and was like crazy over the moon about it? Not really. So I do think they are good sponges though. I love the shape of this to get in here. However, as you guys saw, I definitely did see that it like diluted the formula a little bit. So just be aware that you'll probably end up using more of your product when you use these sponges, which I feel like happens a lot of time with sponges in general. But I do love the shape. I do love the softness. I like that they're not too soft, but not too firm. I feel like they could be a little bit more firm, to be honest, but I do really enjoy them. So I will be playing with these more and give you guys an update if you're interested. But as of now, I do really like them. I really do. So I would recommend go ahead and try these if you're looking for a new beauty sponge. Check it out. Maybe the bundle will come back in stock. If not, if you want to try one versus the other. I mean, obviously this one has a bigger surface, so you can do a little bit more. If you really wanted to, you can still use this to get in here by like kind of manipulating the sponge a little bit. But this I really do feel like is the perfect shade to get under the eye. But yeah, so the Hank and Henry Midori, right? So the Hank and Henry Midori sponges, in my book, I would recommend them. So that is my opinion. So yeah, I definitely would recommend these sponges if you are in the market for the new sponges. I do want to play with others though, just to compare a little bit. But as of now, as like a solely first impressions review, I do recommend these sponges. I like them, and I also think they're really cute. I'm a sucker for packaging, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already. Be sure to stay happy and ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.